It's 3 inches.
Well, it's a little less, but I'm going to go a little bigger.
Okay.
So I'm 2.5. Well, should I? Is that going to be, or should I go?
Okay, take the tip of it.
Where's 18? Is that the,
Right there. And I haven't got glasses on. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see.
Oh my! Oh my! That's 18.
You sure? I'm gonna look again. Accuracy. Accuracy. 040 in inches.
In
You gotta
inches.
multiply that times 3.14. It comes out to approximately a 1/16 of an inch.
What is that for? Why do we need that?
So what does it come out to?
It's point 122.
122.
Yep.
Okay.
125 is a 1/16 of an inch.
I don't understand what you're doing there, Tom.
Okay, when you're making a band, and that's your diameter, you have to add the thickness of the metal to it to get a correct diameter.
Okay.
That will give you the middle of the metal, and that's where you want to be if you're making a ring or you're making a bracelet or anything. And like when you make your spinners, you got to add the thickness of the metal of the spinner, so when it forms, it'll be the right size. And you've still got that sheet that tells you how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We're basically
I
doing
don't
the
have
same
a
thing.
sheet.
Right here. It's got scribbles all over it. Can I have a clean one? Point 122.
Just say a 1/16 of an inch. Now we have to add 1/16 to that. Is 2 5/8, correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Divide 5 by 5 divided by 8 equals, so you got 2 and 625. That's your circle. Then you got to multiply that, or well, clear. So you got 2.625 times 3.14 equals times 3.14 equals. So the length of your band is going to be 8 1/4 inch. And yours is, how's your diameter, Patty?
I don't know. I can't tell what that is. Is that
That's about
8?
13
7/8?
sixteenths. 13 sixteenths. Let's turn it over this way. You might have not so many bugs there. Well, it looks like 2 7/8.
So can I just make it 3 and add whatever thickness the metal is? That's what I was going to do.
Add what to the metal?
Well, I don't mind this being just, let me see. See, I just don't know. I mean, that's fine like that.
Yeah. See, if you make it
Try my
too
right
big,
hand.
then it comes clear down on your hand when you're wearing it. Let's call it 23. So you are 2 7/8.
2 7/8. And what do I do?
Okay. Then you're going to convert that 7/8 drill. It's not point, it's 7/8. You can get somebody to help you with the math.
So what am I going to times that?
We are going to 8 equals. That gives you the decimal equivalent. So
7
write
divided by
2.875. Now add 125 to that. 0.125.
What's that number?
That's the thickness of the metal.
Okay. Just add them together.
Oh, I'm messing up here. This is for a friend of my wife's.
I'm shaking my coffee.
This has got a tiny hand. It's going over the hand.
Okay.
Their wrists up.
And then,
So she can
so
scrunch up her
we
hand tighter.
times,
Yeah. Anyway, let me do this real quick.
how did he come up with this, times pi, times 3.14.
3.625. 3.14.
And then add
8 1/4.
8 1/4. Plus
thickness.
a 16th.
Oh, you didn't. Okay, so
We're
what?
going to add the 16th to it.
So
of metal.
I thought my length of.
Go 8 and 5/16.
Equals total
Isn't the
length of bracelet.
a puppy in here?
I don't know.
For my bracelet, I want to cut it for 9 1/16. Is that correct?
Square on both ends.
Yeah, you want it square.
So we can cut it on the cutter.
Well, I will show you how I do it. You can cut it on the cutter.
Well, I want you to show me. So I'm going to go 6. And then I've got to go 3. So I need 9 1/16. Well, this isn't gonna, is that there? That's 8, so I need, Tom,
Yes.
this ruler doesn't really have 16.
I have to file it.
Yep. You all clamped in there good and tight?
So
Now if you look right here, you make sure you're tight on both sides, which you are, so you can file that down. This thing will make this perfectly square and perfectly flat.
Oh, what is that?
It's called a miter gauge.
Okay. So 9 1/16 is going to be right here, right? 1, 2, 3.
98. Seven and 13/16.
So here's what I wrote, if you're interested.
Okay.
Yeah, darling.
Certainly.
want to measure. So 8 5/16. Is that the side I just squared?
See, this is kind of, see where that's kind of rounded?
Yeah.
Can you see that? And you file this end off.
Not good?
Well, I don't know. It looks to me like,
It's crooked.
no, it looks like you didn't get it all the way flat.
I thought I did.
Yeah. Just a hair.
Bad.
And you can also see, if you look at the reflection in the light,
Yeah.
you're going to see it's like a mirror. Now my knees are going to be,
I'll buy you some lotion.
they're going to be famous. I thought I was just going to have to insure my hands with Lloyd of London
I know.
because all of this attention.
Come on, I can't see it.
There's a lot of crap on there, isn't there?
Well, you can feel the,
I can't
Crush
see
it like you're trying to get all that stuff off. It just, you're trying to clean it up really nice. You see, you can see a little bit of metal on there.
Okay.
You get it nice and clean, so when we bend it around and form it against each other, I'm going to go get a mandrel.
oh my gosh.
You're gonna bring me 4 to now, see, I never know how hard to hit it.
You want me to narrow it down for you?
Oh my God.
It's on there.
Do you want it with the grain or do you want it
Oh,
across
I
the
did it
grain?
wrong. Did I do it wrong again?
Well, no, there's no right or wrong, but
So that'll go this way,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Oh, see, I did it wrong again.
Perfect. That helps to hold that, doesn't it?
yes, it doesn't
You want me to
bounce.
hold yours? You want to hammer your own finger.
I want to do it myself.
It's, I think it's upside down though. Oh, there. That way it works.
Thank you for reminding me we needed to stamp it. Now when I'm fitting these together, John, I will actually look at the joint with the loop to make sure they're fit together very flush and straight.
So did you just spin this?
Yeah, I just bend it around it to get it.
Make sure you have your sterling on there, on the
Right
inside.
side, right.
I know, I see gaps.
Pickle.
Put mine in there. Thank you.
I'm going
Does
to
it
roll
matter?
this out. I will take a little piece and I'll make a little horseshoe. And then I'll take another flat piece.
And the reason you make a horseshoe is?
I'm going to show you in a minute. When I get it where I want it, and I can just separate them a little bit and let them snap back, and it always goes to the same place, you know, I'm good. So I will take my, did I bring some flux over there?
I have some. You want my flux?
No, I thought I brought a little jar. I will put some flux on my joint. Now I'll take the little flat piece and I'll put it underneath here. And then I'll take this little horseshoe piece and I'll set it right on top on the seam. Yeah. Just like that.
Okay, so
Now you can do this any way you want. If you like to use the pins instead.
will the horseshoe piece flow down to fill the whole thing?
There's two pieces, one on the bottom, one on the top. You get this heated in the middle.
Does the one on the bottom flow up?
Yep. You're trying to get the heat in the middle of the silver and it'll, see how they just flowed right along the seam?
Interesting. Okay.
Well, you can get into both places.
Are they casting this morning? you the
I see your seam, how you did on the inside. So you just sanded?
I
where-
filed and then I sanded most of the marks out of the inside. It's right there.
Okay, so this I would need to file some more then to get that lump out.
Yep.
Okay.
How do I do this?
You know, I've gone all the way through this, and then when I go to bend it, it splits. So then you gotta cut it and rejoin it. It's Murphy's Law. The can will. I can gently turn the table and just hold that torque. You haven't got a turntable, I don't know what you're doing, Patty.
Until that mark is gone.
When that mark is gone, you've gotten it warm enough that it is annealed.
All right. And you don't want to pickle it at this stage, right? Because we're just going
Yeah,
to
we
back
can
and
pickle it.
hammer.
We can pickle it. You start where you soldered.
Where'd you find that piece?
This out of my garage. And we're gonna do a row like 1/8 of an inch in, and we're gonna turn it around and do another row 1/8 of an inch in, and then we're gonna go anneal.
Myers to casting, Myers to casting.
marks on it, but I will put another mark on it, anneal it some more, do this some more, probably 3 times you'll have to do it like that. And then most of these hammer marks will come out. You run some sandpaper on it when you're done.
Can we borrow yours, or do you want us to use the one back there?
You can use this time, but you can use a sinusoidal state, the sinusoidal.
Yeah, I can never remember that name. I just know
Is
this.
that the curly one?
Yeah. But it'll basically do the same. Sinusoidal state.
That's my part.
Sinusoidal thing.
It's a snake.
State.
It's a snake.
State.
Oh yeah, good.
Put some drama into it.
Horror show. Is yours angle with that?
And I'm just a little over 8 inches, so I would get 8.5, 9 inches worth of material to go around her.
No, it's whatever.
So she cut it. And you can see I'm not going to have very much waste there. Well, I would get the inside cleaned up, get it all.
Okay, so what's our next step?
What you got?
He's got mini. Okay, thank you, Greg. There's an extra millimeter in there. Okay. And I'm going to cut that a little bit long, my flat edge towards. Now I'm gonna file that down.
How much cleaning do we do on the bracelet before we do this thing?
I have polished them till they shine. You know, it just depends on what you want to do with it, or what you're going, where
What do
you're
you
going to
want,
take
dear?
it. Where's the Scotch brush? The inside, you can always clean that later. I've always made them polished, so I polished the whole bracelet, so it was all ready to submit. I mean, perfectly shiny. And then when I put this in, I didn't have to clean it hardly at all. You know, because when I heat this, I'm only heating one little area. So, you know, it didn't mess it up very much. But you're talking about putting a burnished side on yours. So if you burnish it, you know, see, that will burnish it.
Ooh, I like that. Let me see.
So it's, after you burnish this, whatever you end up with is what you're going to have.
Okay.
Okay? But anyway, that'll give you an idea what you're going to end up with when it's finished. I got to get a third hand. The seam that we soldered is up here opposite this, the stamp.
Yeah.
So I'm going to solder on the stamp so then no heat will go down to the bottom. Bend this a little bit. Usually put this on my mandrel and get it nice and round and tight. But the equipment we got here is lacking.
Hell yeah, clips. Oh.
I might have to go home and do this because we haven't got the tools to shape it correctly here. But anyway, you get the idea of what I'm trying to do. Once I get that to a point, usually I use these little tiny ones up at the top because they're like a heat sink and they will take the brunt of the heat. And if I got to throw those away, that's fine and dandy. I just save the bigger ones for, so you don't ruin them.
So where do you, how do you have it so it doesn't get soldered to the,
See, if you look at it, it's hollow underneath there. It's not touching.
yeah, okay, yeah.
So the heat, the solder won't touch this. So
So where are you going to put the solder though?
well, if I were to put
You're
some
going to put it
flux,
up on top.
put the flux on it.
This and the lesson.
And then I'm going to take a little piece of this solder. And this is sticky solder.
So you have a
Now, did you put something under that? Or
No.
it's just lifted
It's
up?
floating in air.
Okay.
What is? Where's that other? There she got a little. So, so you're gonna dunk that in there?
Yeah, I just got this and I'm not too impressed with it.
You want this? See that George? See that George was stretch all the way over here.
Sorry.
Thank you. And just take the whole thing, dunk it in the water.
Do you have these little clips?
Those are mine.
Yeah.
You can get them at Harbor Freight or $2.99 for a whole handful of them. Now you look at it, it's a little bit humped up. We can take this and we will find
Is that hot?
give you a quick, just going to work this around, basically reshaping it. If I want to hit it real hard, I can put a diamond texture on it.
Nice.
Then you take one of those lids, those plastic lids that you use for spacers on rings and stuff, for bezel cups. You cut the little deal and put it under your stone.
I don't do that.
You didn't
I've
do a
seen that
stone?
done, but
Then
we
you put plastic under it.